Greetings, sentient beings of the cosmos. Welcome to the Story Nebula, where tales of wonder, chaos, and accidental conquest come to life. If you're new here, I'm your host, Velk Drisallion, retired star mapper, amateur poet, and, accidental galactic overlord. Yes, I know. You're probably thinking, Velk, what do you mean, accidental galactic overlord? And that's fair. I didn't plan for it. I didn't want it, for Gragnor's sake. But life has a funny way of slapping you with responsibility when you least expect it. Before we dive in, don't forget to hyper-subscribe and Stardust smash that like button. If you don't, my assistant AI, Sproggle, will remind me to do a dramatic cry about audience engagement metrics, and we don't want that. Anyway, sit back, grab your beverage of choice, and let me take you back to the day it all began. It all started the day I lost my glasses. Yes, glasses. Not your sleek ocular implants or fancy bio-enhanced retinal mods. No, I'm talking about the kind of glasses that sit awkwardly on your face and make you look like you're constantly peering over the edge of infinity itself. They were a family heirloom, a relic from my great-grandfather who, in his infinite wisdom, believed it was better to preserve ancient craftsmanship than rely entirely on tech. Tech fails. Art endures, he used to say. Charming, right? Until you drop your glasses in the navigation console of your rust-bucket ship and accidentally reprogram its central command. Let me set the scene for you. I was sitting aboard the Nebula Drifter, a vessel that I lovingly refer to as the Flying Scrap Heap. It wasn't much to look at, sure. Mostly held together with duct tape and a prayer to whatever celestial force felt inclined to listen. But it had character, a cozy library nook, and a surprisingly good espresso machine. That morning I'd been star mapping a route to the Story Nebula, known for its shimmering pink gas clouds and semi-sentient plants that hum symphonies when the winds blow. Lovely place, peaceful. The kind of place where a retired alien like me could sit back and read a good holo novel without a care in the universe. But fate had other plans. It started with a sneeze. Not mine, mind you, I'm far too dignified for that. No, it was Sproggle, my ship's quirky AI assistant. They'd been acting up ever since I downloaded that personality update for Lonely Pilots patch. Supposedly, it would make them more conversational. Instead, they sneezed. Apologies, Master Velk, Sproggle said, their voice crackling slightly. Dust in the ventilation system, again. I waved a hand dismissively, squinting at my star mapping charts. Just run a cleaning cycle, I'm busy. Of course, incidentally, you seem to have misplaced your glasses. I froze. My heart, or the squishy equivalent in my chest cavity, skipped a beat. I reached up instinctively to adjust my glasses, only to find they weren't there. Oh, Gragnor's beard! I twisted in my seat, frantically patting down the console. Then I saw it, a faint glimmer of metal wedged deep in the navigation panel. I reached for it, but my hand slipped, and the next thing I knew, thunk! My elbow hit the hyperspace drive activation lever. Sproggle's cheerful voice chirped up. Hyperspace jump commencing in 3, 2... No, cancel, abort. 1. The universe stretched. Stars blurred, my stomach flipped, and then silence. When the ship dropped out of hyperspace, the first thing I noticed was the sheer number of ships surrounding me. No, not just surrounding me, encircling me. Hundreds of vessels, all shapes and sizes, hovering like a vast metallic swarm against the blackness of space. Battlecruisers, freighters, diplomatic shuttles. Even a space whale transport, for some reason. My ship's comms panel lit up, bombarded by incoming signals. A gruff voice cut through the noise. Attention, Supreme Overlord Velk Drisallion. This is Admiral Graun of the Unified Stellar Command. We await your orders. My first thought, Supreme Overlord. Clearly there had been some mistake. My second thought, why is there a space whale waving at me through the viewport? I scrambled for the comms button. Admiral, what did you call me? Supreme Overlord, he repeated, as though it were the most natural thing in the galaxy. Your Excellency, the beacon signal from your ship has activated the Celestial Unity Protocol. You are now the officially recognized ruler of the galaxy. My glasses had somehow wedged themselves into the console at precisely the right or wrong angle, to emit what I later learned was an ancient emergency signal. One that had been designed centuries ago to summon all major galactic factions, to unify under a single leader during times of catastrophic crisis. Wait, I stammered. There's been a misunderstanding. I'm just an old star mapper trying to retire in peace. But the Admiral wasn't listening. Your Excellency, your first decree is highly anticipated. The galaxy has waited centuries for leadership. What are your orders? Now, I know what you're thinking. Velk, this is your moment. Do something grand. Solve poverty. End wars. I panicked. My brain went blank and my mouth decided to betray me. Everyone gets a day off. A pause. Then, to my astonishment, the ships erupted in cheers. Well, most of them. The space whale let out a low, mournful sound that I took as approval. Sproggle whispered in my ear, Master Velk, you've just declared the first galaxy-wide holiday. Historical. Over the next few weeks, my accidental reign as Supreme Overlord spiraled further out of control. For starters, people kept sending me stuff. Gifts, tributes, weirdly ceremonial food platters. One planetary leader sent me a throne carved from what they called eternal starlight, which I'm 90% sure was just polished quartz. Another sent me a sentient pet rock named Blorbnar, who wouldn't stop reciting poetry about existential dread. And the decisions. Oh, stars above, the decisions. Apparently, being a galactic ruler means being asked questions like, what color should the new galactic currency be? And, should the space whales be given voting rights? The answer, by the way, was a resounding yes. Lovely creatures, space whales. Through it all, I kept trying to explain to everyone that I wasn't supposed to be in charge. But the more I tried, the more they seemed to believe in me. They called it humility. They said it made me a true leader. One day, I found myself in the Great Hall of the Galactic Council, standing before an audience of thousands. My glasses sat crooked on my face, and my hands trembled as I clutched a datapad containing some absurd speech that Sproggle had written for me. And so, I said, my voice amplified to every corner of the chamber, let us strive for a galaxy where no one goes hungry, where no star system is forgotten, and where space whales can swim freely without fear of exploitation. The crowd erupted in applause. I sighed, pinching the bridge of my nose. Sproggle's voice buzzed in my ear. Master Velk, you've just united the Galactic Council for the first time in millennia. How does it feel? Exhausting. So that's how I accidentally took over the galaxy. Not through cunning, ambition, or some grand destiny. Just an old alien, a pair of glasses, and a lot of luck. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. You don't need to have all the answers. Sometimes, just showing up and trying your best is enough. Even if you're as clueless as I was, you can still make a difference. One awkward, accidental decree at a time. Anyway, that's it for this episode of the Story Nebula. Don't forget to hyper-subscribe, Stardust smash that like button, and leave a comment below. Maybe share your own tales of accidental success.